There we go. Okay, this is a real treat for me. We're here today at the Baker House. This is the oldest structure in West Pasco still standing. Samuel Baker came here in '82 and built this house. This it's not a reproduction, but it's a reconstruction. It's been refurbished extensively, but it was on this site in 1882. He owned 40 acres, and we're basically at the Centennial Branch Library, Pasco County Library, and this lady's going to give us a tour. After you, ma'am.
This is called a cracker house, and this is called the dog trot.
Nice.
And the dogs actually did stay here, but they served two purposes. One was to protect the family because the doors were open so that the air circulation, this was their air conditioning, and the other was to keep the family safe. So the dog did stay here, and when this house was originally built, this wall here was in. But when they went to restore it, it had to be brought back to its original in order to get funding. So this wall, which had been taken down, was put back up so that the dog trap is still here. Meaning we have a door on both ends for the air conditioning effect, but it helped cool the house. And if you notice on both sides, there are coverings or like canopies, and that also was to keep the house cooler. At one time, this wall here had a great big beautiful stone fireplace, but it did not come with the original house. So therefore they had to take it out in order to bring it back to code. So we think that the reason that the people took the wall down was they made this whole area, the living area, almost we could call it the living room. But the original was, this was the bedroom, and over on the other side, which I'll show you, is their parlor, as they called it. Of course, they had to sleep under tents of protection here from the bugs. There was always a baby in this room. There were 11 children born here, and all the girls died and only the boys lived. We do not know what it was, if it was a defect in the genes or what was wrong. So of course there wasn't any indoor plumbing. There wasn't electricity in here. Everything is pretty much the way it had to be in 1882. The family came from the Bahamas, and they settled first in Key West because they wanted to open a sponging business. However, sponging business wasn't very flourishing, so they looked for a new place, and they found Ballies Bluff, and then they had to look for a home site. That's how they found this piece of land. It was all the way to 19, and it was cattle and fruit trees that they raised on here. All the women worked that, while the men and the boys all had to go and work the sponging.
They say you bought this. What is it?
I didn't bring it. But it looks like a camphor tree to me.
Camphor?
Yeah, looks like a camphor tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, not at all. Not at all. So, is anything in this house? Nothing in this house didn't belong to the Bakers. It's just all period things, right?
It's period.
Okay, cool.
It was,
Because the Bakers, somebody else owned it in the interim.
many people owned it
I get it. Okay, cool.
through the years.
Nice.
And it's built on the style of a shipyard. If you see those spokes in there that are coming down, that's how, a boat, like a boat.
Okay.
We do not have to insecticide this. Miraculously, there's no bugs in here hardly to speak of. And the wood that the house was built out of, evidently, termites don't like.
Nice.
Here's some period clothing of the era, and a wonderful sewing machine that the women used to make the clothes.
Foot pump.
Yes, pumping.
Nice.
Of course, the wash basin where they had to wash up at night. And of course, there's your chamber pot.
Gotta have that.
Now the parlor was used for entertaining guests and just a little family time, but because they only had the kerosene lamps here, it was early to bed, early to rise.
Am I allowed to walk in there?
Oh, sure.
Okay. And earlier you were explaining that it's difficult to do any more renovations because you have to have certain craftsmen
Yes,
in order to meet the criteria for the National Register
exactly.
people.
As you can see, this window is in the process of being repaired.
Yeah.
It was falling down, and but we couldn't do it. The county had to hire somebody to do it.
Right, right.
And of course, the women, they made various things from it, and rugs and table coverings. You use your feet on it just like you do with the,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's how that
Nice.
was,
That's why people weren't shape in those days.
right?
Nice.
These are pictures of the family,
Oh, okay.
which is really interesting. I love to point out this one because this was right about the time they all came here. Can you imagine having to drive to go down to Ballies Bluff in order to go to work every day?
I can't.
Yeah.
It's
Mind-boggling,
staggering.
really.
It's, and
And
the,
there's Ballies Bluff before
oh,
1895.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then
Bailey's
down-
Bluff was the original sponge area before Tarpon Springs.
And
It
then
was-
those are all sponges in that picture.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, that's very cool. Very cool. Now it's all grown over. There's practically nothing there.
Right.
I still think there's some ruins out there somewhere, but I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure. Hey, now watch your
Uh-oh,
head.
we're going upstairs.
Come up here.
This is cool. Usually, in our experience with these houses, you don't get to go to the upper part. So this is
Well,
a,
it's solid enough. We haven't
this is a
checked.
real treat.
Yeah, we haven't checked.
This is
Now,
nice.
the girls and the boys were separated by
Oh
a wall.
wow.
And that's all.
Oh, this is
There,
cool.
if you notice, there aren't any closets. Ooh. The bees came in.
What are they? Oh, they're waspices.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Can't have
Wonder if
those.
they came in through here.
I don't know. There's a clearing in there. There's
Yeah.
two of them up there. Well, they're dead. So
They're dead.
good.
Nothing to eat here.
Good wasp. Dead wasp. Wow, this is nice. This is a big house for the time period.
Yes. But there's 11 children.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah.
We have to have, but they all slept in, how many in one bed, you know?
Right. Wow.
There aren't any closets. It's just the way it is.
This is nice. And you were explaining there were 11 children. How many girls?
I think there was 5 or 6 girls, 5.
And they all passed to
They
the.
all died out. So.
Also, I'm getting the
originally-
good tour.
Originally, the kitchen was here.
Okay.
So then when they couldn't restore it, they knocked it down. And now I'm going to go get Terry because he loves this area. So you can talk with him and he'll tell you things in here.
All right. Good. How you doing?
This building was not here, okay?
Right.
When the house was built, they used the porches, they added the porches, and they used the porches for rooms. This was the dining room over there, and the kitchen was back here,
Okay.
okay? And I got this from Sam Baker, one of the grandsons.
Okay.
So anyway, this was not here, and this was just added because there was no place else to put it, and it had to attach to the house in some way.
Do you think
Okay,
this is the original kitchen, or they
No,
reproduced
no,
it?
I-
That was,
No one even knows about the original kitchen.
okay.
Oh, after you.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
You want to go in? or-
Yeah, I didn't want to get in anybody's way, but yeah.
Like I said, look, you've got
There's
something,
nothing
some
in here
tool. Yeah.
that belonged to the
Does
Bakers.
it? Oh,
Yeah, that's
anything,
what
I know.
Because whatever happened to the
Amazing, isn't it?
kitchen
This is the
obviously
hot
must have either
water.
burned out or something because
Yeah.
it was not here.
Okay.
But the kitchen,
And that's the
there was
same.
a water tower back here. They actually had water that they pumped up into the tower, and then they had running water in the house.
Nice.
So they were pretty thrifty people.
Well, yeah, it's a big house for the time too.
See here, here's where the kitchen is, right here.
Okay,
The dining room was right
okay.
in here, and then
So
the
that's
other
looking
end
from that,
was
okay.
a bedroom.
All right,
And then this is the water tower,
cool.
okay?
Actually, this is.
So, and this is only after,
Oh, it's odd,
I don't even know what year that was, it was probably 1890s, something.
They have the fireplace on it, so that had to be after that.
And
And the heat. Yeah.
because it took them 2 years to clear the land and build the house.
might be over there.
So, and then from there, they added, to it over the years. I don't even know how many of the Bakers actually moved into this house.
Right.
One in the hallway, picture in the hallway shows all the sons and one daughter. And Sam, when Sam was here, which is a great grandson of the original Sam, okay?
Okay,
And
right.
so he came, we talked about it one day, and he walked in and he pointed right to the one. He said, "That's my dad right there."
Aw,
So,
his dad is a little boy.
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.